Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are nearing the end of the land grab phase, and that is probably a good thing. However, we are currently being attacked by these space amoebas with the science ship. We'll see if we manage to get out of here. We may be able to evac, or we may lose the science ship. It's very hard to say, so we'll find out. There goes the armor. It's still got hull. We got out. Okay, excellent. So that ship is going to be MIA for a while, and these space amoebas are going to make it difficult to get down into this constellation for us. We can try to get down there, but I don't know that we're going to succeed. However, we have gotten our border solidified over here, so that's great. We're going to go ahead and get those mining stations done there, and we've got another science ship getting hit by these space amoeba hunters. They are becoming a problem. Now, we don't have the power currently to deal with them, and we are heading over here. We would have to definitely build additional ships, which may not be the worst thing. Let's hop into the ship designer here. We're currently on auto best for our corvettes. This is running energy siphons and small red lasers, and that's probably okay for now. For our destroyers, we're doing something very similar. Let's see, this is a bunch of shield damage, this is a bunch of shield damage, and then this is armor damage. I feel like we should probably have the lasers be here as well if we're going to be running energy siphons. So we'll do that. We're going to also undo the auto-generate designs. So yeah, small red laser, that's fine, and then we'll have this swap over to the red laser as well. We can't currently save it, though, because of what? Because it already exists. Okay. Design of that name already exists for another ship size. No, but we changed it. Okay. That's exciting. Okay, maybe we need to close this and reopen? I've never had this issue before. We could even try to name it a different thing, but I guess we're going to have to make a new design of the destroyer. And this is gunship and interceptor? Okay, so we could do something similar. And yeah, I think gunship bow is what we want to go for. And yeah, actually, interceptor ship stern. That is indeed what we want to do. Now, I want to have that be a red laser, this be a red laser, and then we'll have 3 energy siphons, like that. We can't upgrade any of these just now other than the ion thrusters. So how much power do we have? Plus 45, which allows us to put in 3 deflectors, and 3 units of Serrano metal armor. We can put in a reactor booster, but there's absolutely no point. A destroyer class destroyer? That seems redundant. We're gonna go with a dysphoria class destroyer. Wait, that already exists? What? Okay. Oh, that does exist as a defense platform. Correct. We could go for a misfortune class. And now we can get rid of the penalty class destroyer. Excellent. We're going to do the same thing with the corvette. And we're going to go for I think we're going to go for a picket ship. And then we can go for a flak battery. And we can go for an energy siphon and a red laser. Okay. Do we need a reactor booster? Probably not. Having shields on corvettes is often not great because they're mostly about evasion. Their shields aren't going to save them anyway. So, do they still give us more evasion for exceeding our power? Yes, they do. Excellent. So we can do that. That is a Corvette class Corvette, apparently. I would rather it be an anxiety class Corvette. There we go. Okay, and let's go ahead and create a new defense platform here. And we'll have this be a light station section and a medium station section. And we will go for, I think, mass drivers here. Yeah, that's shield damage. And red lasers over here. Okay, and then we're going to go for some deflectors. We've got plenty of power. We're never going to have evasion on one of these, of course. We could really bulk up the shields, but I would rather do an even split. And we're going to have this be a Melancholia class. Excellent. So we'll get rid of that. Anxiety, Misfortune, Melancholia. I like it. Okay, so now we've got our ships set up here. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a fleet set up. So this is our current Forlorn Armada. We're going to create a new fleet here, and this is going to be our first core fleet. So we're going to have corvettes and destroyers for now. Our fleet cap is 30. So we're going to go for something around 8 destroyers for now, and then fill up the rest with corvettes. Something along those lines. Now, what is the maintenance of these? I do want to check that. Let's see here. Upkeep is energy credits and alloys. Yeah, that's a fair amount of energy credits and alloys as well, considering our current amounts. Those will need to be changed, but for now, they'll be okay. Yeah, this should be absolutely fine. So let's go ahead and get this fleet queued up. There we go. So that gets us some of that fleet. It's not fully good to go. This construction ship is not doing anything, but we also don't have the influence for it to do anything. Oh, we're on normal speed. No wonder things felt weird. There we go. Excellent. So the Forlorn Armada is going to come down here, and the idea for our first fleet here is that it's going to clear out these various space amoebas. The Penthulans are going more militaristic. That's great. You need to be on automatic exploration. Wonderful. Now, a lot of them are going to ignore this because we have those space amoebas up there, so that's going to be interesting. But we'll just slowly make our way over. In terms of our planets here, our industrial world is going to start being able to create consumer goods very, very soon. We just need one more pop here. And we're going to have this pop quite soon. We're also going to have a spare pop on our capital, but I'd kind of like to unlock this building slot because we're over our Empire Sprawl, so that'll be a thing. While it cannot be denied that the intoxicating effects of Canopus Secundus' atmosphere are enjoyable and even helpful in some cases, there is pressure from the more conservative parts of the Grim Council to crack down on the possibly addictive gases. We could remove the hallucinogen, or we can leave it be as it is. Now, that's currently giving us plus 10% physics research from jobs, so I want to keep it. Besides, that's in keeping with what we want to do as a species, so we're not going to get rid of that. Now, unfortunately, I have discovered that the kitten is in my room, so he's currently going a little bit nuts and wanting out, so I'm going to let him out, and I will be right back. I apologize for this. Okay, he is out, and presumably going after food or something. And no events popped either, until now. The crew clearing the jungle on Caposis? I don't know what a Caposis is. I'm going for Canopus. Canopus Secundus has made a breathtaking discovery. Deep within the forest, overgrown and obscured by the lush plant life, is a colossal alien space station. Architecturally stunning and built with technology far superior to our own, it's a true work of art. The station appears to have crashed to the surface, surviving the impact thanks to its unusual shielding capacities, which our scientists are now eager to examine. Regrettably, an archaeological excavation would prevent us from working the land until its completion. We'll excavate it. Okay. So that gives us an archaeological site. once our science ship has come back, and it's right there, we're going to go ahead and excavate that. Wonderful. So we know that we need to land grab down over here. The Kroll are becoming more militaristic. And if we can land grab to here, that would be amazing. As far as up here goes, we have very little knowledge, and we're not going to get it because of the space amoebas. It's possible that this is a very heavily space amoeba inhabited area of space, in which case the AI tends to avoid those. So that'll be interesting. The Troubled Armada is making progress. Let's hop into our fleet manager here. Hit that sweet, sweet reinforce all button. In fact, we don't have to do it from there. We could do the reinforcement from here, which we'll do. Excellent. Now, of course, we only have one ship module, or shipyard module here. That's for sure. Space amoebas forever. The space amoebas, the name is stuck as the pronunciation of the proper xenotaxonomic denominator is too unwieldy for the average grim one, are solitary animals when left to their own devices. All but the youngest specimens are accompanied by quasi-independent flagella, organisms spawned by the amoeba and programmed through liquid RNA-laced secretions to do the bidding of the host. These flagella are capable of manipulating and even attacking objects in an impressive, yet restricted range around the host, periodically returning to lodge inside the host amoeba's body for reprogramming. There are potential military applications to be found in the regenerative properties of the amoeba's thick hide, or in the flagella's graceful patterns of movement. So we can get plus 5% evasion, or regenerative hull tissue, which we'll probably get anyway, and we're going to take that 5% evasion because that's really good for corvettes. Excellent. Now, on our capital world here, or not our capital, on our first colony, we can build our civilian industry, and we can also upgrade to a planetary administration, which we are definitely going to do. Excellent. Okay, we're making some progress with exploration down here. It's always nice to see. Oh, and we do have enough influence to grab this, but we're actually lacking in the alloys now. Fair enough, we've been spending our alloys pretty heavily on our fleet for now. And I should have thought of that and kept enough alloys, but that's my bad. I think we'll just maybe purchase in a few alloys. They're very expensive, but I want to make sure that we're keeping the spread on the starbase. So as soon as we're done with Wodriax here, I think we need to make our way up this direction. And the reason for that is because we don't actually care about grabbing any of these just yet. We will grab them, but it's more important that we get this cut off over here if we can.
Construction venture completed.
Excellent. Okay, so we currently have an unemployment on Belgium Prime, and we've got plenty of housing currently. I'm feeling like we grab a generator district here. That will give us a job, technically 2 jobs, and 2 housing, but that will buy us time towards getting this building slot, which will get next population. Excellent. We've detected some kind of utterly massive space installation drifting quietly at the edge of the Mestros system. Although preliminary scans show it to be very old, the structure has an intense power signature. Several smaller structures can be seen floating near the main installation, and all of them appear to be heavily armed. Where is this? I'm not sure where this is. Let's go to the center of the galaxy. Okay. I guess we'll find out. If we're to learn the true nature of this ancient relic, we will likely have to overpower its defenses through force of arms. That will not be easy. Okay, so this science vessel was destroyed by the enigmatic fortress. Gotcha. The enigmatic fortress here just means that we need this system all the more. Makes it all the more important that we get it. Okay. All future influence will be routed towards moving this way. In fact, we may even want to bring this construction ship over here to leapfrog. Actually, it would probably be here. Scanning this star unveils a small object in rapid orbit. Its small size and high velocity make it difficult for our sensors to isolate. We'll research that. The Penthulans are more spiritualist. Good. Very, very good. Okay, so the Forlorn Armada is nearly here. Ah, the archaeological site is now pending. Records aboard the station reveal that the former inhabitants were deeply religious and had no contact with the outside world, which they feared and despised. Every aspect of their lives was governed by an omniscient oracle who scribed their destinies at birth. Divine will decided everything from their choice of partner and occupation to the minutiae of their daily lives, leaving them with little individual freedom. Most were afraid to diverge from their destined paths, as all who did perished under mysterious circumstances. Curious. We'll continue studying that. We also found that anomaly. Are we researching that? Yes, we are. Okay. We also finished this tech, planetary resurfacing. Wonderful. Now, we can't currently afford to clear these mountains, but that'll be a nice thing for later on. We don't, strictly speaking, need Starbase Cap right now. We're going to grab Society research from researchers, because we're going to need to be working on upgrading our technological capabilities as we develop Canopus.
Construction venture completed.
So that'll be good. Okay, you can go ahead and move into Navi.
System survey has concluded.
Excellent. How are we doing with our Armada here? Actually, let's just go to it in the fleet viewer, which is in here. There we go. So we have 12 of our 14 corvettes and none of our destroyers. Fine. The Probability Conundrum. We've gotten a report from Science Officer Chardon. It seems that a ceramic container is circling the star Heka. Most peculiar. It should obviously not be there, yet somehow it has managed to find its way into a close orbit. A special project can be issued to investigate the container and try to deduce how it ended up there. Now, I have never succeeded this project. I don't even know if it's possible to succeed this project. We are going to take the 80 influence and put that towards grabbing this starbase. Excellent. How it got there? It's kind of irrelevant. And them spreading over here, also irrelevant. I don't care. This Federation is a little bit of a concern, but due to a major clerical error, parts of Canopus Secundus has fallen behind in infrastructure maintenance and accommodation services. The people live in rather bleak conditions and will not tolerate it for long. Remedying these problems will cost us time and effort, so a couple of slums and wastelands on Canopus Secundus. Let's take a look at that here. There's the archaeological site and the 2 industrial wastelands. Okay, I mean, those are relatively cheap to get rid of. And I think we will. We're currently not actually losing any energy credits. Or we're barely losing any. So I think that's okay for now. Not too concerned about it. Let's go ahead and take the Troubled Armada up over this way and see if we can find those jerks up there. But I do think that we're going to bring the Forlorn Armada up there as well as soon as they're done. Hopefully they'll be done and arrive up there at a similar time.
Study has been completed.
Excellent. We'll go ahead and grab this starbase. And we have Necrophage, some pops. Perfect. There's our gravitic sensors. And we absolutely want planetary FTL inhibitors and starbase FTL inhibitors. That'll be very important. Experimental subspace navigation would be nice, but... And moat harvesting traps, all of these, every single tech here is good. But I think this one is the best. It's just my opinion, of course. Okay, they are working on their project now. It'll be done quite soon. Fantastic. How are we doing over here? We have... Or not over here. Technically over here. Academy for the Advancement of Science, huh? Okay. That should be fine.
A study has been completed.
Starholds. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and grab this rare tech. Let's just get that over with. We're currently full on minerals, and to that end, I would like to sell 5,000 minerals. I'd also like to buy in 250 more consumer goods. And that's it.
A system survey has concluded.
We're doing fine on everything else for now. We just need to get our colonies online. Okay, our scientist for physics has died, so let's go ahead and recruit a new one. None of these are any good. Okay. I guess we'll just have to choose someone kind of at random. It's not great. But okay. We'll take it. So actually, I don't think this construction ship gets here in time. I think we're going to tell it to go here. The Forlorn Armada's high-tensile wires eventually managed to raise the submerged alien vessel, only to be met by the recognizable whirring of weapon systems powering up. Evasive maneuvers, the Ostrich is attacking. Hello there, Ostrich. How strong are you? You're not. Okay. We'll go ahead and kill it. There we go. Didn't even break our shields. Excellent. Now we're going to come up to Hadar. And we got this archaeological site finished up. Or not finished, but progressed. The archaeological team has made an unexpected discovery. Embedded within the station walls is a hidden surveillance system that seems to have been feeding visual and auditory information to a single point somewhere within the station's core. Someone was monitoring the disciples at all times, even in their most private moments. In some places, the equipment has been torn out or sabotaged. Closer to the central hub are signs of violence and disruption. It seems as though, at some point, the inhabitants discovered they were being monitored. Curious. They're not going to take that well, I imagine. So we're currently lacking 2 jobs on Canopus Secundus. And to that end, I'm going to build an agriculture district here. We're losing a lot of food right now, and that's something that we need to deal with. Excellent. And with that, it is pretty much time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I think we're probably going to end the land grab phase or come very, very close to it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time. We'll deal with that too.